What's up everybody, I'm David from Online Tutorials, and today in this video I'm going to show you guys how to create a blog on Wish website using WordPress from scratch. So firstly I would like to do a quick review of what we will be doing in this video. So there are actually 6 needed steps that we need to be going through in this video. Step 1. In step 1 we're going to buy the domain and hosting. So what is it? Actually, domain is the address of your website, for example, myblog.com, and hosting will host your website online. Step 2. In step 2, we go into install WordPress, and if you haven't heard about WordPress before, it's actually the most popular blog platform right now around the world. So for that reason, in this video, I'm going to use WordPress. Step 3. In step 3, we're going to get a premium theme. So I will introduce to you one of the most popular as well as the #1 blog theme from the theme forest. Further from that, we also going to install, activate the theme, install some plugins as well as importing the demo data. Step 4. In step 4, we just simply going to learn how to create a blog post from the WordPress admin dashboard. Step 5. Do the customization based on the theme regarding header, footer, sidebar. So we're going to learn how to use Visual Builder as well as Elementor, which is the most popular drag and drop builder. Besides that, we also going to learn how to use some features which are supported from the theme. Step 6. So in the final step, we're going to learn how to design the homepage, the categories or archive page. Besides that, we also going to learn how to create a mega menu based on the categories. Alright, so I just gave you the overview of what we'll be going through in this video. And for now, without further ado, we just jump right into the first step, which is purchasing the web hosting for our website as well as the domain. Actually, I have been recommending NameHero for a lot of people for years, and almost everybody likes it. If you haven't known about NameHero, it has been awarded to one of the most popular web hosting provider, and it's offer super fast website speed, easy to use, as well as high reliability that scales. So with that being said, I highly recommend you guys to choose NameHero at your web hosting provider. Okay, so I have added a link to in the video description, so you just need to click on that, and then it will redirect you to this screen. Okay, so once you guys are here, you just need to click on Get Started Now, and it will bring you to a screen to this screen. It has 4 different pricing options, and for you guys that just starting out, I highly recommend you guys just need to choose this package, which is Plus Cloud, because it's great and good enough already. But for those who have been playing around for web stuff for a while, and now you want to upgrade, you can do this package, which is Turbo Cloud. It's give you a little bit better performance with a limited NVMe stores. So if you have been playing around with web stuff for a while already, you can do this packet. Actually, it just depends on you guys. But when you configure it out, you can click on Order Now, and for now I'm going with this package Plus Cloud. So I click on Order Now. Okay, so the next step is we will get to you can think up of a domain that you want, and then you can type in here, and then you can search to see if it's available or not. For example, now I can type in online tutorials 1. I type in online tutorials 1, and then I can click on search to see to check if it's available or not. Okay, and it's notified this domain is available. Okay, so after that we click on continue. And now it brings you to config web hosting package, and you have to the billing cycle for the web hosting package. um, you can choose for 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year, but for now I highly recommend you guys to do for 1 year, because it has huge account, as well as you have enough time to test if it really suitable for you or not. But if you guys are quite comfortable with the budget, you can go with 3 years or 2 years. For now, I just go with 1 year. And if you scroll down, you can see more several things. Actually, you don't need this thing. You don't need this thing like auto backup or automatic malware scanning, because you can do this with free plugins from WordPress. So you actually don't need this. And it's also up. It also gives you a free SSL certificates, which is for HTTPS. Okay, so after that we can click on continue, and now it's bring you to domains configuration. And I highly recommend you guys to check on this, which is ID protection. Why? Because it's just nearly $6 for 1 year, and it'll help you to protect your personal information. Besides that, it's also help you to reduce the amount of spam to your inbox if we enable ID protection. So that's the reason I recommend you guys to check on this. Okay, and after that we click on continue. So now you can see the order summary here with the web hosting package plus cloud alongside with the domain registration. And you can see that the subtotal here is actually more than $200, right? but but for now you just need to pay for $19, and it's even below $100 for for the entire year. So it's really a great deal for you guys. Before checkout, we if we scroll down, we have to fill in the information here: the first name, last name, uh, an email address, etc., as well as spot pin, of course for password. We also fill in. We have to fill in the payment details: card number, expiry date, CVV, and we have to check on this. We have that I have read and read to the terms of service. In case that you want to read what is the term of service, you can click on this, and then you can go to you can scroll down to read all of these term of services that if you want to read. Okay, now back to this screen, and we can after you click after you filling in the order information and you check out, I will see you in the customer dashboard after that. Awesome, welcome to the customer dashboard of Name Hero. So if you take a look here, you can see several things: my cloud, which is your web hosting; domains, which is your domain; unpaid invoice. So in the future, if you don't pay invoice, it should be here. And tickets, this is the tickets that you use to contact Name Hero. So actually, if you take a look on the left, it's almost quite the same. My cloud, which is also your web hosting. The domains is also your domain. It's have your existing domain, or you can also register a new domain. Billing, In the building, you can add funds, or if you want to add another payment methods, you can also do that. Support. So if you can hover on support, you can see that you can open a ticket that uh, just in case your website run into weird problems, so you can open ticket that you can contact to Name Hero, and and they will help you to figure out the problem. Alright, so we just go into several things from customer dashboard of Name Hero. So now we go into install WordPress, and in order to do that, we click on My Cloud. And from this screen, you can see your web hosting package alongside with your domain. And in my case, it is demoonlinetutorials.com, but from your site, it's definitely your domain. Alright, so now we click on this. And from this, we continue on, log into cPanel. Cool. And now you can see the search bar here. So now we type in WordPress. So when we type in WordPress, we can see a menu item here, which is WordPress Manager by Softaculous, and we click on this. After that, it's bring you to this screen, so you can click on Install button here to install WordPress. Okay, so now we click on Install. And now we scroll down to do several things. So we can set up things. First thing is about choosing installation URL. For choosing domain, in my case, is demoonlinetutorials.com, but it should be your domain here. You can click on this to drop down the selection, and you choose the domain that you have just purchased. For protocol, we set it as HTTPS. Okay, and now for other things, we can have a look now. For site settings, you can see we have site name, site description, in which you can click on this area to type in something that you want, and then you can update. For now, I leave it at default. For another thing regarding admin account, this is quite important. For admin username, you can set it at default, like admin here. But for admin password, you definitely you should change to something else, because this should be something unique and secure. For example, in my case, I would type in baby dash ish. Okay, and for admin email, this is also quite important, so you should notice about this, because you have to make sure you have access to this email. So in the future, if you forget the password, and then the new password will be sent to the email, so make sure you have access to the email. So in my case, I can type in davidluis@gmail.com. Okay, so for other things like to language, say select plugins, advanced options, select theme. Now we currently doesn't care much about this, so we can skip the things. And now we can scroll down to bottom, and we click on this install. And if we scroll back to the top, this may take 3 or 4 minutes. Oh, but it's quite fast. It doesn't take that long. And now we can click on this administrative URL to see the WordPress admin dashboard for our new site. Okay, so we just finished installing WordPress, and outside now is live on the internet already. So we go into that to see how it looks. So we go into the left corner here, and we hover on my blog and click on visit site. So this is a blog now. If you have a look, it's kind of bland and pretty ugly, right? But don't worry because we go into make it look much better. Alright, so for the next part, we go into purchase the most popular as well as the number one blog theme right now from the theme first, which is Soledad. So actually, I have been testing a lot of other blog theme, but eventually I have decided to narrow down and just stick with this theme. So just give me a few minutes to explain why I have decided to go with the theme. So actually, if you take a look here, you can see that the sales of the team had hit more than 40K, and the reviews in nearly five with more than 1K user. Besides that, you can also see that the team has more than 6,000 homepage demos that you can choose from. Okay, so if we click on live review here, and then we scroll down, we can see that it varies on a lot of topic. So a general magazine, a modern news magazine, or even news hub, 24 news magazine, and even art personal blog or Sentinels news station, or a crypto NFT personal kitchen blog, or even a photography blog. All right, so the possibility are kind of endless, right? Okay, so that's why I highly recommend you guys to choose this theme to start creating your blog. All right, so now we go into purchase the theme, and we go back to this screen, and I have added a link in the video description, so you just need to click on that, and it will redirect you to this screen. And now we go into click on add to cart, and you can see that the team has bought for you for 6 months. But if you want to extend the spot to 12 months, you have to pay a little more. But if you don't want to do that, you can uncheck on this, just leave it at default. And now we go to click on go to checkout. Okay, and now you have to create an account and continue. So you can continue with a Google account, or you can fill in the information to create a new account. First name, last name, email, username, password, and also if you want the team that send to you the tips, trends, etc., you can check on this. But if you don't want that, you can uncheck, and after that you're gonna click on create account, continue, and also you have to fill in the billing details, select payment method after that. And once you have checked out successfully, I will see you in the customer dashboard of Team Forest. Awesome. So when you have checked out successfully, and your account has been signed in, you can see your account here, with your username in the right corner. And if you have on that, you can see several things here. Hi, your name, and username, and profile settings, downloads, so etc. So, but for now, I just guide you how to download the themes as well as the key, so you can activate it. Uh, okay, so now for now we click on downloads, and you can see here your theme Soledad, and you can click on this download button. We click on this, and you can see several things here, but you just have to note that the second line and the fourth line. The second line is installable WordPress file only. So if we click on that, it'll download the theme and save to our computer. And for the fourth line, license certificates and purchase code, that's it will save license text file to our computer. Okay, so now we click on the second line, and it will ask for a place to save this file. So I just choose the desktop, and you can change to whatever you want for where you want to save this file. So I just choose the desktop, and now I click on save. All right, and after that I click on the second file, which is the license key. So I click on this. It also asks for a place to save this file, so I also choose desktop and click on save. Okay, so we have downloaded the theme as well as the key, and now we're going back to the WordPress admin dashboard so we can upload a theme and activate it. Alright, so now we go back to the WordPress admin dashboard which is outside. So now how to upload a theme. So we go to the appearance, we have an appearance themes, and we click on add new. Okay, so after that we click on upload theme and we choose file. So we choose the file that we just download here and install now. So it's going to take a while. Alright, so the theme has been installed successfully, and now we go into activate it. We click on activate. So after activating, we can see this screen that there are several steps that we need to do, like install and activate plugins, and after that we import the demo data. But before doing this thing, we going to activate the theme first. So we go to here, Soledad. We have Soledad here, and before that we can see activate theme. So we click on this activate theme, and we scroll down. So we have to put in the purchase code here, and we click on activate theme. So how to do that? So if you I just guide you how to download the license key, right? And this is the license key, and you're gonna open this file and you find to the row purchase code, and then you're gonna copy that into this screen. All right, so after you have copied the purchase code from this file, so you're gonna pass into this. So after you have passed the purchase code into this area, we're gonna click on activate theme. Okay, and it says the theme successfully activated. Okay, so now we back to this screen with several steps that we need to do further. Step 1, we go into install and activate plugins. So we go to install plugin. And for now, we have to activate this plugin. We can check on this. Instead of check on each item, we can check on this. So we check all of this plugin. Okay, check on this, and then we choose the bold actions of install, and after that we click on apply. Alright, and it's activating all lovely plugins. Okay, it has been successfully, and now we can go to plugins, install plugin to see. Oh, actually it's notified about Elementor, but you don't worry about that. We just click on X icon here. Yeah, you can click again on plugins, install plugin. Okay, you can see all of those plugins has been successfully activated and installed. Okay, so now we temporarily close this screen, and we back to the second step, which is importing the demo data. Okay, so either step two that we can do, which is importing the demo data. So you can click on this import demo data now, or we can click on appearance to load. And if we hover on appearance now, you can see that we have import demo data, and we can click on this. So uh, now we can see we have a lot of demo here, which is I have introduced to you guys before we purchase the theme. So we can search for any demo that we want. For example, I can search for Time magazine, and you can see here. So you can import demo style as well as import demo content. So all right, so for now we just click on import. Are you sure you want to import this demo? We click on OK. Okay, so we are waiting for a while. It's importing things. All right, so now the import has been completed. So now the demo has been imported, and we gonna check to see how it looks now. So we hover on the left corner again, and we can click on visit site. Okay, so it looks much better, right? Oh, awesome. You can see menu, the feature slider, and content here. It's not bland and ugly like before, right? Awesome. Okay, so I just have demo on how to purchase the theme, upload theme, activate theme, as well as importing the demo data. So it looks much better now. And in the next step, I'm going to show you guys how to create the custom header, footer, as well as several other things. Okay, so in this part, I'm going to show you how to do the customization for header, footer, as well as several other things. But before proceeding further, let me show you how to create a blog post from the WordPress admin dashboard. Okay, so let me show you the homepage first so I can explain a little bit. So we go to homepage. And if we scroll down, you can see we have a lot of posts here, right? So if I click on any post, for example this post, so you can see this is actually the single post that has been created from the admin dashboard, and it has category that the post belong to, the title, and the feature image, and after that is the content of the post. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to create a single blog post like this from the admin dashboard. Okay, so we just back to admin dashboard, and from this screen we have on post and add new. After that, we go to this screen, and we have to add a title and a content, the content of the post. And after that, if we click on post, we can also search the category for the post. And in addition to that, we also search feature image for the post. Okay, so in order to do the demo quickly, I just copy the information from this post. Okay, so for the title, so I just copy here and I pass in as a title. And for the content, I just copy a part of this content and I pass into the content of the post. When I click on post here, and you can see I can search category as politics, and I can search the feature image, so I can scroll down. I can search, for example, I choose this and I search feature image. All right, and then I click on publish. Okay, and post published, and now I click on view post to see how it is. All right, so the post just had been created, and now you can see the category politics, right? So, and the title that we just added, president's race and the military, and the picture image here that we just set, right? And content here. Okay, so that's just how we go to create a single post from the WordPress admin dashboard. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to customize the header. So this will be divided into two smaller parts. The first one would be how to customize the current header, and the second part would be how to create a custom header and then using Visual Builder to customize it. Okay, so without further ado, we just jump right into the first part, which is customizing the current header. So how to do that? Okay, so now we go into appearance, hover on that, and then we click on customize. And then we go to logo and header. We click on logo and header. And then you can see header builder general, but now we click on general. And now I will be going through several parts from here. Then so you know how to customize the current header. So you see, this is the current header, right? And now in this, for the first thing, you can see header layout here. So actually there are a couple of header layout here, so that you can choose to see the immediate review, and then you can apply to the header layout that you like the most. Okay, so now for example, I choose header 2. So you see it's changing, right? Or header 6. Okay, or header H, right? Cool. So this is the header layout that you can choose for which item that you want, and then you see the review, and then you can apply. All right, so this is for the header layout. Oh, I just for now I just switch back to header 1. All right, so moving on to the other things, you can see that we can also change the header content width. For example, if you click on this, you can see we can change to 1400 pixel. For example, we click on this. So you see the width is changed, right? Is larger, right? Okay, so for now I just switch back to the original. All right, so this is for the custom header content width. You can change it. All right, so if you scroll down, you can see many other things that you can change. For example, like you can disable header social icons or not. Also, if currently it's disabled, so if I active, what happened? Oh, if I active this, it's appeared now. You can see here, and if I disable, it will disappear. Okay, it disappear now. And also you can also custom font size for social icons here. For example, if I put in 12 pixel, and you can see here it's smaller, right? If we change to 15, you see here, okay, it's bigger, right? Awesome. So now I just switch back to default. Okay, cool. So that's several things for current header. So if you can take time to play around with many other things, and then you can get a hang of it. So after that, we click on publish to update the changes. All right, so I just show you how to customize the current header, and moving on to the next part, I will show you how to create the custom header and then using Visual Builder to customize it. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to create a custom header and then using Visual Builder to customize it. So how to do that? So still from this screen, you click on this to get back, and then you click on header builder, and now you can see that you can add new and edit a header builder on this page. So we click on this. Okay, so you can see now we didn't have any header builder here, so we go into add new, click on add new here. All right, so we put in a title here for like custom header, and we scroll down. If we scroll down, we can see that there are several demo that we can import. So you just check it out, and then you gonna import a demo that you like. So for example, now I just import the header 3. Are you sure you want to import this header layout? Okay. All right, so it has been imported, and now I just click on publish. Cool. Okay, so now if we click on header builder again, you can see that we already have a custom header, and now we click on edit with fancy header builder to customize with Visual Builder. Okay, so this is the screen for custom header. If you take a look here, you can see that this is actually the structure of the custom header here. If you take a look, you can see social icon, the logo, and button one, which is button subscribe, and hamburger menu here. Menu one, actually menu one is not displaying because it's not set yet. And finally search icon here. So what can we do with this structure? So the first thing is you can move elements from this structure to the position that you want. For example, if I want to move the subscribe button here, so it can be between the menu and search icon. How can I do that? So you can see here button one, which is subscribe button. So I can click on button one, and then I can drag into this. Okay, you can see the button one, which is subscribe button, from this position. It had been moved to this, right? Okay, so we just move the button subscribe to here, and now I'm gonna move it back to where it was. So I just drag it back to here. All right, so now it has been here. Okay, so for the second thing is you can you can remove the element that you don't want to be displayed or on this structure anymore. For example, if you don't want menu one on this structure, you just click on X here. Or for other elements, you can also do that. You can click on X here. Okay, so for now, I just remove the menu one on this structure, and I click on X. All right, so it's not here anymore, right? Okay, cool. All right, so for the third thing is you can you can drag any of these elements into the structure as well. For example, if I want to add another button to this, so I just drag the button here. You can see, so I just drag into this. Okay, so you can see the button here. Okay. All right, so we just added one more button here. And so what's other thing we can do with this structure? Another thing is you can click on this element, and then you can change many things related to this element. For example, I click on this button, and then I can change things related to the button. For example, you can see here the button text, so I can change to about us, right? And then the button link, you can change to the link that you want to link to this button. For example, so for now I just set it back at blank. All right, so if we scroll down, we can see many other things that we can change for this button. For example, we can add the marking, the padding here. Okay, so now I just try to add a padding for the button. For example, 10 for top, and a bottom also 10, and the right 12, and the left also 12. Okay, so it has padding now. Cool. Okay, so we continue to the bottom. We can see other things like borders width, borders radius. We can also change, so as well as we can also change font for button text. So I can also change to this. Okay, cool. All right, so that's just a couple of things that I show you how to change, and you can play with many other things to just then you can get a hang of it. All right, so when we just did it, and now we click on save header. All right, so we just created the custom header, and now we're going to set this custom header for outside. So in order to do that, we just click back on this tab, so we can back to the screen for set up the custom header for outside. Okay, and this is the screen for customizing a custom header. We reload it. Okay, so and now we go to custom header again, which is go to logo header and header builder. So you can see here we can set a custom header for general header builder for all pages. So if we select the drop down here, you can see the custom header that we just created here. So we choose the custom header. Okay, so you see now it's changing to the custom header that we just created, right? Awesome. Okay, so now we just click on publish. Okay, and now if you want to take a look on the official homepage. All right, so this is actually the new homepage with new custom header. So you can see new custom header has been affected and updated, right? Cool. All right, so I just have shown you how to create a custom header and customize it. So for the next step, I'm going to show you how to customize the footer. So it's also similar to header. So I also divided into two parts. The first part is also about customize the current footer, and another part is about how to create a custom footer. So okay, so now we go into the first part, which is customize the current footer. So once again, we have it on appearance, customize. Okay, and then we scroll down, so we can see footer here. Click on footer and click on general. Okay, so from the right, we gonna scroll down to footer so we can see the updates. Okay, so there's several things here we can do. For the first thing, if footer container width, we can change the width here. If we click on this, let's select the drop down. Okay, so now we change to 1400 pixel. Okay, so you see the footer width is changing, right? It's larger, right? Okay, so now I just go back to original. Okay, there are also other things like you can disable footer social icons. For now, it's here. So if you want to disable, you click on this. Okay, you see it's not here anymore. Okay, so now I click back, so it can appear back. Okay, so it's back here. All right, so it's also similar to the header. There are many other things that you can play around with. So just take your time and then you can get the hang of it. Okay, so now we click on publish. Okay, so now the change has been updated. Uh, and I just finished the step of guiding you how to customize footer on the current footer. So in the next step, I'll be showing you how to create a custom footer, which is we will use Elementor to customize. Okay, so in the previous part, I have shown you how to customize the current folder, and now I'm going to show you how to create a custom folder, and then we'll use Elementor to customize it. Okay, so once again, we go to Appearance, Customize, and then we scroll down a little bit to see the folder here. We click on Folder and click on Folder Builder. And now you can see it is quite similar to header builder. You can add new and edit a footer template on the page. So we click on this. Alright, so this is actually a fancy block. And now we click on add new. Okay, so now we put in a title, for example, custom footer. Then we publish. Okay, and we click on edit with Elementor. Okay, so this is Elementor, and now we can create a custom header from scratch or import a demo, and then we can customize based on that. So for now, I'm going to import a demo, and then we gonna customize based on that. So in order to do that, we click on this, which is the home icon, fancy templates, and we click on this. And now from this drop down, we select this drop down and we click on footer. And so if you scroll down, you can see a couple of demo here that you can choose from. So just choose on what you like, and then you can hover on that to insert. For example, I will choose this and I hover on this, and then I click on insert. Okay, so you see one of the demo of custom footer, and now we can click on any elements, so we can change things. For example, you see the logo, right? So you can click on this logo, and then you can choose image. You can choose here, and then you can click on the logo, or you can change the logo for what you want, and then you choose on that. For example, here or here, and then you can click on insert media, and then it's gonna change your logo. Okay, and also this see the text that you can also change. You can click on this, and then you change to the text that you want. And also for social icon, yeah, you can also change this. You can click on this to change to whatever you want. Okay, so almost every of this element you can change. And also for example, for this, if you click on this is actually the post loading from a category with a heading. So so I can choose the category that the post is loading. For example, if I collapse on general and I click on query, so you can see here you can include category that the post is loading. For example, if I click on this, so I can choose the category that I want. So for example, if I want to change to finance, right? So now the post is loading from the category of finance, and I can also change the heading of this. For example, if I collapse on query and I click on heading title, so you can see I can change this, right? For example, I change it for finance. Okay, cool. And okay, so for this, I also can change thing. For example, now it's random posts, and I click on this and I just collapse on general and click on query. So we scroll down, you can see from here on otherwise this is random post, right? So if I want to change to popular post, how do I do? If you can select, so we drop down on this and we can see that we can change to other things like for example, most view posts all time, this kind of popular post, right? So we can do on this, and you can see it's changing, right? It's the most popular post now. Okay, awesome. And now if we collapse on query, you can also change the random post to popular post here for heading title. So now I am changing this to popular post, right? Awesome. Okay. So for this, you see the popular category. You see the popular category, and you can uh, you can limit to the amount that you want, like 9, your age, 7, right? So you can limit the amount of the categories here. Okay. So for now, I just put it back like 10. Okay. And you can also customize other things, like you can show the post count, or you visual, or you disable it. For example, if you click on this, no, right? So the number of post count is not displayed now. Okay. So I just put it back. Okay. All right, so that's several things for how to create a custom footer and then customize based on the Elementor. And now I have shown you how to do that. For now, we click on update. All right, so we just update the custom footer, and now we go into check to see how it looks. So we go into click on this, preview changes. Okay, so let's see our custom footer that we just created and customized. Looks awesome, right? And now we're going to set this custom footer for our site. So how we going to do that? We click back on the admin dashboard here, and now we reload this. Okay, so we scroll down again and we can see footer. Click on footer, footer builder. And now we can select this drop down on general footer builders for our pages. So we can select this drop down and we can select on custom footer that we just created. Okay, so it's loading the changes. And if we scroll down to the bottom, oh, awesome. You can see the custom footer that we just created and now it's affected already, right? Okay, so now we can click on publish. All right, and now we go in to check on the home page. Okay, so we scroll down to the bottom. Okay, you can see, awesome. You see the custom home page, so it's affected now already, right? Okay, so I have just shown you how to create a custom footer and then customize based on the Elementor. Alright, so in those previous parts, we have talked about custom header, footer, as well as the customization for that. So for now, I'm going to talk about the sidebar, and it would be divided into two parts. The first thing I would talk how it works, how we can add or remove things from the sidebar, and after that, we also going to do the customization for the sidebar. Alright, so firstly, let me show you the homepage first so I can explain a little bit. So if we scroll down and you take a look on the right area here, you can see we have several things here. Search, recent posts, recent comments, social networks, and recent posts with images again, etc. below. And all of these we will call it the sidebar. Okay. Cool. So now we're going to see how it works, how we can, remove things from the server as well as add things into the server. Okay. So back to the admin dashboard here. We scroll down and we go to appearance, widgets. All right, so and from this screen, you can see we have the main sidebar here, so we can collapse or expand it. So just in case it's not expanded, you just click on this arrow, and you can see several things that we just see on the sidebar is already here, and you can see recent posts, recent comment, right? That's the thing that we just see on the sidebar, which is from the homepage. So, how we can remove things from this sidebar if we don't want it on this animal? All right, it's just easy. We just click on, for example, if I don't want the heading recent posts and the visit recent post here, so I just click on the heading. For example, I just click on the heading, and then I click on the three dot here, and then we can click on remove heading here. You see it's disappear already, and we also click on this the same way, and then we click on this three dot, and then we click remove let it posts. Okay, so it's not here anymore, right? All right, cool. And after that, you just click on update to save the changes. All right, so how can we add more things into this sidebar? It's also just simple. You just click on this plus sign here, and from this you can see many things from here. And if you scroll down, you can also see many widgets which is spotted from the theme, like Soledad advanced categories, so Soledad auto list, Soledad commands, etc. Okay, so for now, if I want to add this widgets into the sidebar, how can we do that? So I just, for example, I want to add Soledad popular posts. So I just drag into this, you see, and we can also choose the position that we want. So for now, I just choose the top position. Okay, you can see it's here already. And if we click on this, you can see it also has review immediately that we can see the popular post here. So it's just easy. How can we add widgets into this server? And after that, you also click on updates to save the changes. All right, so it's just very simple, right? I just show you how the sidebar works, how to remove and add things into the sidebar. All right, so now we're going to learn how to customize the sidebar. So in order to do that, we just scroll down again, go to appearance, customize, and then we scroll down. We can see here the sidebar, and then we click on the first part, which is general. Okay, so from here, you can see things that we can change with the sidebar. Alright, so the first thing is you can select the style for sidebar. For example, if I click on here, you can see we can choose to another thing like box house sidebar. Okay, and we scroll down to see on the sidebar. Okay, now I just switch back to a default to see how it looks initially. Okay, so this is how it looks initially. Okay, so now I switch back to box host sidebar. So you can see now the whole sidebar is within a cover with a box. You see, if we scroll down here. Okay, so the whole sidebar is within a box now, if you can see here. All right, so another style is box widgets on sidebar. So you can see each widget is within a box now. You see, search is within a box, recent post is within a box, recent comments is within a box, etc. for below. Okay. All right. So that's other two style that we can choose to apply for sidebar. So now I just switch back to default. Cool. All right, so if we just scroll down, we can see many other things that we can change, like the custom padding value on box style, bar style, or select border style on sidebar box style, as well as many other things. So we can also change the custom sidebar width. For now it's 29.1, right? So we can change, like we can increase. Okay, you see it's the sidebar is larger now, right? Okay, so we can set the custom sidebar with percentage. Okay, so now I just switch back to 29.1. And you can also set, custom sidebar width in pixel. For example, if I set like 400, you see. Okay, it's much larger, right? Cool. Okay, so now I just switch back to the porch. All right, cool. All right, so there's several things that we can customize for the sidebar in this general tab, and there are many other things that you can try to change if you take time. You can try to play around with, and for now, we just click back on this to see other things that we can change with sidebar. So we just talk on general, and now we talk about font size. So now I click on font size, and now we can change the font size for sidebar widget heading. So if we scroll back here, you can see social networks, recent posts, newsletter, categories. So these are the widget heading, and then we can change the font size for sidebar widget heading. So now, for example, if I change the font size to, for now it is 13, right? For now, if I change to 15, 15. Okay, so you can see it's larger now, right? Or we reduce to 12. Okay, you can see it's smaller now, right? Okay, so that's the way you can change the font size for sidebar widget heading. For now, I just switch it back to 13. All right, so now we click back on this, and we go into colors. So there are quite a lot of things here. So you can change the background color, or sidebar widget heading background color, or a sidebar widget heading border, etc. So you can try to play around with. Okay, for example, I can try to change the sidebar widget heading background color here. You can see now it's black, right? So I can choose on this, and for example I can change to this, and you can see now it's kind of gray, right? Yeah, so it's changing. Okay, so there's quite a lot of thing here that you can try to change with the color. And after that, when we have finished the customization for Seva, we can click on publish. Alright, so we have done quite a lot of things so far with previous step. So eventually in this final step, we're going to create a custom homepage as well as custom archive or categories page. In addition to that, we're also going to create a mega menu based on the categories. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right into the first part, which is creating the custom homepage. Okay, so in order to create a custom homepage, firstly, we go back to the admin dashboard, and now we hover on pages and click on add new. So we're gonna put in a title for the custom homepage, for example, new homepage, and we click on publish. Okay, now we continue with edit with Elementor. Okay, so this the custom homepage, and now we are using Elementor to create it. And you can see that the header and the footer, the custom header and custom footer that we have created is in here. So for now, we're just creating the body part for the custom homepage. Alright, so as I have introduced to you when we purchased the theme Soledad, this theme actually has a lot of template that we can choose to import, and then we can customize based on that. Okay, so for now, I'm gonna show you how to do that. You can see the home icon here, right? So it's actually the fancy templates which is supported from the theme. And okay, so for now we click on this, and we're gonna switch to templates. All right, so you can see there are a lot of templates here. If we scroll down, and it vary on a lot of topics that you can choose from. Okay, and you can even search for the topic that you want. For example, if I search for general magazine, right? I can search for general magazine. Okay, and you can see many many templates here that you can choose from. Okay, for now I just choose this, and if you hover on the item that you want, you can click on insert, right? Okay, so this is actually the template that we just imported, and if we scroll down, you can see we have a lot of things here. Okay, 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 so now we gonna scroll to the top, and then we click on it sections, so then we can customize it. All right, so now we click on the first section to see what we can change. Okay, so we just click on it, and uh, for now we collapse on general and click on query by post. So you can see this is actually the post that loading from the categories. So we can include specific categories that we want. For example, I can choose finance. Okay, so it's loading from finance, right? And you can also include many other categories here. Okay, so for now I just remove and set it back to the default. Okay, so if we scroll down, we can also limit the posts on each section. For example, for this section, for example, I can increase or redo the posts, like if I increase to 6, right? So 6 now, or I can redo to 4. Okay, 4, right? All right. So for now, I just set it back to 5. Cool. Okay, so we just talk about how we can change the resources of this section with categories as well as the uh, limit of posts on this section. For now, we scroll to the top on this, and then we collapse this, and then we click on general. So we can see several things from this that we can change. The first thing is about the style. So if you see here big brick style, you can see there are many style here that you can try to see, and then you can apply. For example, if I choose style 6, you see it's changing, or style 9, right? Cool. Okay, so you can just try to see what style that you like the most, and then you can apply. For now, I just switch back to style 4. Okay, and the second thing is, if you take a look here, you can see each post is actually displaying the categories, um, the title and author and the date of the post, right? So it's actually here the structure here. So in post data. Okay, so if you don't want any of this on this structure, so you just click to remove. For example, if I don't want the author anymore, right, to display on here, so I just click to remove author, right? Or I don't want the title to display. Okay, so the title and author is not here anymore, right? Okay, so that's how it works. And now I just get back, I just click on this space and I get back the title. Okay, so the title is back. Okay, cool. Alright, so we just customize the section 1, and now we moving on to the section 2. So we scroll down, we can see here the news highlight. So we can click on this, and then you can see it's quite similar to the section 1 that we just did. You can see the resource is also the post, right? And we can also include the categories here. It's exactly the same with the previous section, so we don't talk about it anymore. And we can also increase or redo the posts per page, right? Also the same with previous section. So we just config and we change like we just did on the section 1. Okay, so this section is quite simple and we don't need to talk a lot about it, and then we can moving on to the section 3. Okay, so now we moving on to the section 3. So if you take a look here, this is actually the categories here, and each part here is actually the post related to the category. So if I click on here, so I can explain a little bit further. For now, we collapse on general and we click on custom grid items. Okay, so you can see here we have some items here that have been set at default, like fashion, food, technology, etc. So if we just try to click on fashion, so you can see here fashion is actually a category, and you see the links, you see the links for the category. So let me switch back to the dashboard so you can understand. So you can see here we have post categories, right? And if we scroll down, we have categories here. So for example, finance is a category, and if we click on view, okay, so this is our post related to the category of finance, and this would be the link of the category. Okay, So in the case that you want to change the link for category here, so you just copy the link for category here and then we pass into this, right? Okay, so I just explained a little bit so you understand how this section works. For now, we just switch back to other things from this section and we collapse on this. Okay, and now we click on general. So actually, you can see we have also style for this section like we just did in section 1, and then you can try to choose style that you want and then you can apply. Okay, so for now I don't talk about that anymore. Also, the other thing is you can also change the column, the number of columns for here. For example, now is 6, right? So I just try to change to 4 columns. So it's actually 4 columns now, right? But it still has 6 items because the it has been set at default. So now we collapse on general and we go to custom grid item again. So now we just move the final 2 items so it can be 4 on one line. Okay, so now I just click on X here, X. All right, and now it's 4 column, right? Okay, and now we just click on update. Okay, so it has been updated, and now our job is going to update the categories and link accordingly. So it could be set correctly. Okay, so now we click on this. All right, so for the finance, the title we have changed to finance is okay. So now we just update to the link. All right, so as I just told you, we click to this and copy the link, and then we copy on this, right? Okay, and then we can also change the image. We just click on this, then we change the image, like for example can change to this, then we can insert media. Okay, so finance has been updated, right? Okay, so we click on finance to collapse, and then we go to food, so we can also change to like politics, right? Okay, and we can also choose image. We scroll down, so politics. Okay, so we can choose this, and when we click on insert media. Okay, so politics, and we also go back to category here. So politics here, right? So we click on view. Okay, and then we copy this link. Copy, and then we pass into this. Okay, all right, cool. And we just do the same with the other 2 categories. So now I just do it quickly. So technology, I just change to science. So I change to science, and the image. So choose. Okay, I can choose to here search. Okay, so the final. All right, final. I can also choose to tag. Okay, tag. I change to tag, and okay. So I just copy the text category here and I change to tag, right? And let's change the image. Okay, we scroll down. Okay, we can change to tag here. Okay, all right, cool. And now we just click on update. Okay, so now we can preview the change to see how it looks now. All right, cool. You can see section 1 here, section 2, and the section 3 that we just update things. Okay, all right. Now we switch back to this Elementor page to continue the other things on this custom homepage. Okay, so now we going forward with other things on this homepage. So if we scroll down, we can see the sidebar here. The sidebar, actually the sidebar, I already talked about it in other parts, actually in the previous parts. So for now, I don't talk about that anymore. Okay, so the other things, if we scroll down, we can see here the section latest in lifestyle uh, and latest in fashion or healthy living, etc. Okay, so actually all of this part is similar for what we just did. For example, if I click on here the latest in lifestyle, it's also the same with what we just did in the above section. Like this is actually the post that loading from categories, and you can also include categories, and you limit the posts as well as you can. You go to layout, and then you can change the style here, right? So you can do that yourself because I already show you how to do that in the above section. So for now, for example, I just click on this, and I just change the title to for example, I change that title to latest in politics, and then I just choose on query, and then I change the category to politics. Okay, cool. And just similarly for the other things, like for example here I click on this, and I change to I change the heading title to latest in finance, for example. Then and then I click on query, so I include category from finance, right? Okay, I just click on update again. Okay, so for other things it's just similar, so I just do this quickly. I just click on this, and I choose to the query here, so I include category to science, and so I just also change the heading title to science. Okay, and I update. All right, and continue to the below section. Okay, so we just finished. Okay, and we have one more let it install. So I also change to, for example, I change to the touch, and then I change the heading title to also let it in that. Okay, and I click on publish. All right, so all the things like this video can also change this video to the query by post, include categories, so we can include word, right? And then we can also change the title to heading title here, uh, latest video, like to latest word. Okay, cool. And latest post is quite good already. So if we click on latest post, it's also quite the same with what we did for other things. So we can also change the column here. You can change to 3 column, right? 3 column. Okay, I set it best to 2 columns. Or we can we have also for the structure showing post data, we can hide the title here or author or page by click on X here. Okay, cool. And we can also, you know, change the ratio of image here and many other things that you can try to play around with. Okay. Oh, it's cool. It's cool enough already. All right. So now we just update, and now we touch on this again, homepage. Okay. So we just scroll down. Okay. Latest in politics, right? Sidebar here, and latest in finance. So science. All right, and feature touch in this week, and latest in touch, and latest word, right? Latest posts. All right, cool. So I just show you how to import templates from the theme, and further from that, if I switch back to this Elementor, you can also, if we click on this, you can also drag another widgets from Elementor here into this homepage, and you combine with this thing on what you want, and then you can update. Alright, so I have just shown you how to create a custom homepage by importing the template which is spotted from the theme, and then we need to do one extra step, which is set up the custom homepage as the default homepage, because now it has been created, but we need to do to set up now that's as a default homepage. All right, so in order to do that, we just click back on this tab. So we switch back to the admin dashboard to set up the custom homepage as our default homepage. And now we scroll down to settings here, and then we click on reading. Okay, so we scroll down, we can see that your homepage displays here, and we click on a static page. And then we can see we can set up the new homepage. Here we can click on select, and we select the new homepage that we just created. Is the name is new homepage, right? So we click on this, and then we scroll down to the bottom, and we click on save changes. Alright, so now we're going to check the new homepage to see. Okay, so this is our new homepage, and if you scroll down, you can see that we just work on this page, right? We just customize the templates, right? So if you scroll down, you can see that, and here, okay. So we just check, and now we can know that we have set our new custom homepage as our default homepage. Alright, so moving on to the next part, I'm going to show you how to create a custom template for categories or archive. So firstly, let me show you something that you can understand more. You can have on post categories, and then you can see here all the categories of the post. And now you can try to hover on one of these category, and then you click on view to see how it looks. For example, I hover on finance, and I click on view. So if you see on the URL, you can see it's like it, demoonlinetutorials.com, and then category, and then finance. So regarding the layout, you can see that you see the category finance, and the description of posts related to finance, and you can see here all the posts related to the finance category, right? And other things like cyber, etc. So eventually, this is actually the layout for displaying all posts related to the category. And now we're going to create a custom layout for this. So now you can understand more, right? Alright, so now we actually going to create a custom layout for categories or archive page. So firstly, in order to do that, we scroll down to appearance and click on customize, and then we click on general. Okay, and then we go to category text search archive pages. So we click on this, and now we scroll down. You can see that archive user templates. So it's kind of similar to header and footer that we have created the template, right? So now you can see we also have this. You can add new and edit a category templates on this page. So we click on this. Okay, so this is actually archive template, and now we go to click on new archive template, and we can put in the title here. For example, a custom category layout, right? Okay, and then we click on publish. Okay, and then we click on edit with Elementor. So we actually going to use Elementor to build a custom layout for categories. Alright, so the first thing, I also add a new section, one column, and then I choose the content width to full width. Okay, and as usual, I just click on this plus sign. And then I want to add several things like category breadcrumb, category title, category description. So the first thing I want to add a category breadcrumb. So I will search for breadcrumb. You can see here archive breadcrumb. Okay, so you see the breadcrumb of the category, and I also want to center it. So click on center. All right, cool. Okay, so click on this, and I also want to add another things like a category title. So I also search for title, and we also have archive title here. Okay, so we just drag into this below the breadcrumb. Okay, so now archive title, and I also want to align center this. Okay, cool. Okay, so I click on this to get back to the this screen, and I also want to add the category description below this. So I search for description, and here you can see archive description. So I just drag in below this. Okay, I also center it. Okay, and now I click on update. Alright, so now I'm going to add one more thing to this layout, which is the list of the posts belong to the category. So how to do that? Okay, firstly, let me add one new section here. So the structure is one column, and content width I also do to full width. And from this, as usual, I click on plus sign, and then we're gonna drag fancy big grid into this. Okay, so you can see now the posts, right? The list of the posts. Let me change the heading title first. So I click on this collab, and then I heading title. Click on heading title, and I change to category post. Okay, it has been set up. So there's one more thing which is very important that you should notice. So which is it? Actually, now let me show you. So we collab on this, and now we go to query by post, and now you can notice on this source. So this is the template for categories and archives. So you have change this source to the archive builder current query. So this will load and display correctly. So you should remember this. It's very important. Okay. And now we click on update. All right. Everything is good so far, right? Okay, so there's another thing that I also want to update is the number of posts here. So it's kind of 10 now, right? So I just want to limit to 9. So you can also see from here, posts per page. So we can change to 9. Okay, and we click on update. Alright, so we just finished creating the custom layout for categories or archive page. So now we're going further to set this custom layout for categories and archive. Okay, so how can we set up the new custom layout for the categories and archive? Alright, so now we go back to this screen and we reload. Okay, we're gonna click on general again and category text search archive pages. Okay, so now we can scroll down and now from this we can select build templates for categories pages. Okay, we select on this drop down and now you can see the custom category layouts that we just created here, right? So we click on this and now we click on publish. Alright, so we just finished created the custom layout for categories as well as setting up a new custom layout for each. So now we're going to check if it's really effective or not. Alright, so now we back to WordPress admin dashboard and now as I just showed you before, so now we hover on posts and categories and now we scroll down. So we hover on finance, which is a category, and then we click on view to see how it looks now. Okay, if you scroll down, you can see from the top here, the breadcrumb here, right? And the category title here, and the category description, right? It's our center, and we did that, right? You still remember, right? And below that, it is the category post that we have added. So it looks exactly the same with the layout that we just created. So now we can know that the layout is working well and correctly. Alright, so we have done quite far in this video and now I'm going to do the last part, which is about creating a mega menu. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to make a mega menu and for that purpose I have deleted the menu. So if you if we go to check homepage again, you can see this. I have deleted the menu, so now it's notified that we can create or select a menu. So now I just go to create a fresh menu first, and now I will choose it at primary menu, and I use new menu. Okay, so now I put in a name for new menu like top menu, and then I click on create menu. All right. Okay, cool. So it has been created, and now we we need to create a menu structure. So for the first thing, I can add a custom link like home. The URL I just put it at blank. First is home. Okay, and now we click on save menu, and if we check on the home page again, you can see now we have new menu, which the only item here is home. Alright, so we switch back to the menu. Okay, so now firstly I will show you how to make a mega menu with custom link as a menu item, and then a mega menu as a multi-column with links. Okay, So how can we do that? Okay, so now we need to make a custom link as a menu item. So how to do that? Actually, we just did on home, but now we will go to create another custom link as a menu item. So if you take a look here, you can see from the left here, custom links, right? So we click on this and you put in the URL. So the custom link menu is actually a menu that we can link to whatever we want. So you can put in the URL here that you want. For example, now I just put it at the blank, and now I can, I can put in like a feature, right? Okay, so and after that I click on add to menu. Okay, and then from this we already have a menu item as a custom link. So how can we make a mega menu based on this? Okay, so now we click on this arrow icon, and you can see here we can choose on mega menu type, and we can click on this and we can choose mega menu video, and then we can select pencil block here, right? So actually, we have to make a pencil block, with a new pencil block here. So then we can select it as a mega menu. For now, it has custom footer, but that's for footer. And for this reason, we need to make a new pencil block so then we can apply for this. Okay. So, but firstly, we save menu first, and then we go to pencil block here, and then we click on add new. All right, so we can put in a title here like uh, feature mega menu, right? And then we click on publish. Okay, and then we click on edit with Elementor. All right, cool. And then from this you can click on this template. You see pencil templates, which is spotted from the theme. Okay, it's loading the blocks, and from this drop down menu we can choose on mega menu. And for the first part we go into make a mega menu with multi-column and links. So you can see there are lots of templates here for blocks that we can import. Okay, and we can also hover on that, and then we click on insert. So for now, I'm gonna choose this with the multi-column with links and with 6 column. So I have on this, and I click on this insert. All right. So you see the mega menu here, right? It's already here, and now we click on update. All right, cool. And so now we go back to admin dashboard, so we can set the mega menu for the custom link as a menu item. So, okay, we go to appearance menus again, right? And now we scroll back to the menu item as a custom link here, which is feature. And then we click on this arrow again. And now you can see we can select on pencil block again. And you can see here, it's here already, features mega menu. And we click on this, right? And now we click on save menu. Cool. And now we're gonna check on the home page again. Okay, so we can have on this. Awesome. You see the mega menu here, right? Okay, so we just make a mega menu, and now I'm going to show you how to customize this regarding style as well as several things. Okay, so we just make a mega menu, and now we're going to customize this mega menu. All right, so we just go back to admin dashboard, and now we go to pencil blocks again. our blocks, and we just click on features mega menu and edit with Elementor. Okay, so actually so far we have done quite a lot of things like this, so maybe you now are quite familiar with this, right? We click on this, right? We click on this, and you can see many things from the left that we have done quite a lot before. Like we can style the general label style, like style 1 or style 2, right, or style 3, right? You can see. Okay, so now I just go back to style 2. All right, and also heading title style, you can also change like to style 2 here, or style 3, right? You can also change. Now I just go back to style 1, and you can also change the spacing between title and list here. So if we increase, see, you can see, right? Now I just go back to 20, and also spacing between item lists here. You can try to increase, right? You can see. All right. All right, so we just update the style of this mega menu, and now we can also change the menu item as well as the heading title here. So we click on custom list item here, and then you can see from here we can change the menu item here, the menu title item. So for example, I will change to feature 1, right? And this I can change to feature 2, and also you can also put in the link here for the link that you want, so you can put in here. Okay, or feature 3, right? Or here feature 1, and also the link here, just remember it. Okay, that's feature 5. Okay, yeah, feature 6. Okay, so we just update the list item, and now for the title, for the heading, we can update here. So more feature, for example. Then we click on update. All right, so we're gonna check on the home page again. So we reload. Okay, and now we have a, so you can see it's changing, right? It's just updated with the style and with the the heading title and the list that we just did, right? Cool. All right, so actually the other 5 columns is just similar to this. So you just click on each column, and then you can change accordingly, like I just did for this first column. Cool. All right, so I have just shown you how to make a mega menu with multi columns and links. And for now, we're moving on to the next step, which is mega menu with custom image boxes. So how to do that? All right, so from the admin dashboard, we just go back to appearance, menus, and now we scroll down. So we also create a new custom link as a menu item. Okay, so we on the left again, we click on this custom link, and then we just put in the URL and the link for text as well as menu item. We can put it more. We click on add to menu. All right, And from this, we also choose on mega menu type, and we also click on mega menu builder. And now we click on save menu. So as we just did for features, you still remember, right? We also need to, you know, to create a new pencil block, and then we can set for it. Okay, so now we just go to pencil block and add a new pencil block for this menu. Okay, so we put in, for example, more mega menu, right? Publish, and then we add it with Elementor. Cool. Okay, as usual, we just click on this home icon to load the template which is supported from the team. Okay, and we click on the drop down here, choose mega menu, and now we add the template for custom email boxes. So you can see here, custom email boxes here, right? So now I just hover on this and I click on insert. All right, so you can see here. Cool. It's actually also a block that we can click on to customize and change the style as well as the heading, the description here. But before doing that, we just update and we go to check on the home page to see how it looks first. Okay, we just click on update. Okay, so we just updated and now we move back to menu. So we can set this mega menu to the custom menu item that we just created. Okay, we back to the menu and then we click on more. Okay, so we can select pencil block here and it's actually more mega menu here, right? Okay, so we just click on it and we click on save menu. All right, cool. And now we gonna check on the home page to see how it looks. Okay, so if we have one more, oh, awesome! You can see the mega menu with custom email boxes that we just created here, right? Cool. Okay, so now we are gonna go to update some style and as well as the heading and description here. Alright, so now this mega menu actually has 4 columns, right? So now I just click on one column and I will change several things. For other columns, you can also do similarly, okay? So now I just click on this column, the first column, and you see you can change everything related to this mega menu, the image as well as you can choose the image size. You can change the title and description here, okay? And for example, if I change the image, for example, I can scroll down and I can change the image, for example, to this, okay, in search menu. And then I can change the image size, so you can change to the size that you want, or you can click on custom and choose the specific size that you want. Okay. Okay, so for the title description, I can change like you know more and okay, or uh, just like more and description. So I just try to see how it looks. Oh, okay. So it's the image is a bit structured. Okay, so I'm gonna change the size of the image so it can looks a bit better. Okay, I click on this and I choose on custom and I change to 300 and 300. Okay, I apply. All right, so now I click on update. And now I'm gonna text the home page again to see how it looks. Okay, so if we have one more, okay, you see the update that we just did has been affected now. No image, new title, new description. Cool. All right, so now you can go ahead and do with three other columns that I just did with this column. Okay, cool. Okay, so I have just shown you how to make a mega menu with custom email boxes. And now for the next part, I'm going to show you how to make a mega menu with post listing. And similar to what we just did, we also, create a new custom link as a menu item. Okay, so still on the menu for appearance menus. So still on the screen, we click on custom link again, and the link text we can put in like news. Okay, and we add to menu. Okay, so from this we also click uh, on this arrow. We also set this mega menu attire as mega menu video. Okay, and we click on save menu. So okay, so similarly with the mega menu that we just created, now we go to fancy block and add new. Okay, and now we put in the title news mega menu, right? And we publish. Okay, now we add it with Elementor. All right, so this is the most interesting part. Now we can drag the pencil big grid here, which is the post leading into this, and you can see this is actually the post listing, right? All right, just like we have customer along with these widgets. So now you have been quite familiar with that already, and now we can change many things related to this. For example, if we click on general, you see we can change the style here. There are lots of style here that you can try to see how it looks, and then you can click on to review, and then you can choose to apply that style. We can also change the column here, right? The four column of five or six, okay? And we can also remove the something that we don't want to display. For example, or we can remove categories, or we can remove the author. Okay, so we just keep it the title and date. And if we scroll down, you can see that you can also have option for content position like on image or below or above. So for example, I click on below image, right? Cool. Okay, we can also limit the number of posts here. So for example, now I just collapse on this, and now we go to query by post here. If we go here, you can see that we can also include categories, specific categories that you want to be loading from. So we have categories here, and then you can choose on the category that you want. All right. You can also limit the number of posts here. For example, for now it's 10, right? But I want limit to 9. Sorry, 9. And we click on update. Okay, another thing I also want to do is I want to remove or hide the title here, so it will look better when it's pop out as a mega menu. So we just collapse this and we click on heading title, so we just remove here. Okay, so now the heading titles disappear. Okay, so now we update again. All right, so we just created a new mega menu, and now we need to set up this to custom menu item that we just created here. Okay, so we click on this, and as usual we select pencil block here for okay, so actually we need to reload this so it can load again the new mega menu. Okay, so we click on this and select again. You can see new mega menu here, and we click on save menu. All right, it has been updated. And now we go to check the home page again, right? Okay, so if we have a news, all right, awesome. You can see here, right? The post listing here that we just created as a mega menu, it has been displayed here, right? You can see. Okay, awesome. Okay, so far I have shown you how to make a mega menu with custom link and alongside with multiple columns with links as well as custom image boxes. So for this part, I'm going to show you how to make a mega menu based on the categories. All right, so in order to do that, we just go back to appearance menu. And you can see from here, we already have some mega menu here, but now we add one more mega menu based on the categories. Okay, so if you can see from here, from the left here, you can see categories here. So actually, it's actually the categories from the post that we talked about in the previous part. So for example, if I just add finance, category finance as a menu item into this. Okay, so I just choose the category and then I click on add to menu. All right, so now we already have the finance category as the menu item. So we click on save menu. And now we're going to check the home page again. All right, so we have finance as a menu item here, right? But nothing. Okay, so now we're going to set up a mega menu for this category. Okay, so how to do that? All right, so in order to do that, we just click on this arrow, and then you can see some guys here is quite clear. Make it is a category menu. Make sure category you selected has post and menu item you selected net is top level. Okay, so you can see that make sure categories you selected has post. We already know that the finance has post, the category finance has several posts, right? So it's already certified the first condition. Okay, and now the second thing is the menu item you selected is top level. So if we collapse back, you can see the finance is the only menu item. So it doesn't have any child. So it certified both condition. All right, so now how can we make it as a mega menu? So in order to do that, you click on this and you can see you can also see the category names here, the post from the category. So if finance, we click on finance, and so it's loading post from the category, and then we click on save menu again, and we go to home page to check. We reload the home page, and now if we have it on finance, you see it has been a mega menu here and with the post loading from this category. All right, cool. Okay, so we just set up the mega menu based on the category, and we also have something that we can customize here. Like we can select rows when display posts in the category mega menu. For example, if I change to 2 rows and I click on save menu, okay, and then I go to reload. Okay, you see. Okay, now it has been displayed in 2 rows, right? Alright, so I have shown you how to create a blog or news website from scratch, and I'm really thankful that you guys have been watching so far. For now, you already know how to make a blog, news, magazine from the ground, so please use it to say anything you want to the world. So in the future, I shall continue publish new video like this in order to guide you, how to make another kinds of websites with Solida, since this team can support for almost every purposes that you want. Okay, so if you have any question or concerns, please comment down below the video. Thank you and bye for now.